Okay, we like to do something just for fun. This little walk down memory lane, okay? Can we do this? If you have any objections to this or this bothers you, just write your letters to Risefest. Alright, so if you got a cell phone, get your cell phone out. Let's wave them around. Let's see those lights come on. Everybody with the iPhone who's got the lighter app is very excited right now. Like, yes, finally. Alright. Alright. Come on, I know there's more phones out there than that. Alright, make a little noise tonight, Iowa. Come on, let me make sure you're out there. Come on, sing along. Oh, hear you sing nice and loud. Come on. With the lights. Nicely done. Just for fun, you know, come on. But you know, God's got me singing a new song now, and I'm very grateful for that. I left mainstream music, and a lot of people thought I was crazy. And just a little trivia for you. The guy that I gave my demo tape to, or my demo CD to, who gave it to Steve Perry, was a guy you guys might know, a guy named Randy Jackson. Anybody know Randy Jackson? I went into the Sony Records building in Santa Monica, California, and Randy took my demo, and all he said to me was this. He just looked at me and he went, "Yeah, dog. Yeah, man." That was it. So I left that, and I took a job at a church in a place called Modesto, California. Clearly, you've never been there. And so I took this job, and people thought I was out of my mind and thought I was crazy. And see, I had long hair and an earring, which there's nothing wrong with that. But we had to wear a suit and a tie at the church that I went to work at. And there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just that when you combine the two of those things, let's just say every day I went into work, it looked like a bad 80s rock video. And I just was trying to fit in and all that and trying to follow God. And so they asked me to join the worship team, and I had no idea what that was. No church background whatsoever. And so I said, "Yeah, sure, that sounds fun. What is it?" And they said, "Well, that's, the band that plays on the weekend." And back then, worship was not like this. It was much different. So my guitar part sounded like this kind of when I first got going. Sir, do not cheer for that. It's kind of that music that makes you want to chew a little tiny piece of gum and smile at everybody on stage. And if I was really getting crazy, really wanting to let my hair up, thank you for getting that joke. I might do something crazy like this. So that was my first couple weeks on the worship team. And then I felt like between the second and third week that God kind of spoke to me and said, "Hey, why are you holding back during worship?" And I thought, Touche, Lord. That's good. That's good. And has anybody ever had the good intentions and you just done the wrong thing anyway? Anybody? That was me. So I just said, well, Lord, I don't want to offend anybody. We had a lot of older folks in our church, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. I love the older folks. Just back then, like face-melting electric guitar was not as widely accepted in church. But I felt like God spoke to me and said, you play what I put in your heart to play. That's why I made you. So I thought, okay, fair enough. So I get back to church the third week. This really happened. And my pastor gets up after the worship team has led a couple of songs, and he said, hey, we've got Lincoln on the worship team for the third week. Why don't you just play something for the church this morning? So I thought, well, God told me to play what was in my heart. I don't remember exactly what I played, but it was something along these lines. Okay, I'm kidding, I didn't play the eruption. I just made that part up, just to embellish the story. So I look over after this, and my pastor's down on one knee. He's like half laughing, half crying. But at church, I figured, man, I'm going to go out with a bang, this being my last week. And so I go sit down in the pew next to my wife, and she has this look on her face, and it's like... And I looked at her like, what, honey? So I've been sitting down maybe 10 seconds, and I get this tap on my shoulder, and I turn around. It's this lady who's like mid-70s. I'm like, here we go. And I said, hi, good morning. She looked me right in the eye, and she said, I want to tell you something, young man. Thanks a lot. And I said, hi, what might that be? And she said, young man, I just want to tell you that I sure am enjoying that guitar playing of yours. And I thought, man, that's the last time I hold back in church, but I'm giving it all to God. Are you with me?